Go ahead and get started. We'll start with your name and the medium you're working in.
Okay, my name is Bridget Bossart van Otterloo, and for this series of mosaics, I am working with oil paint, and some of them have metal leaf as well.
Okay, great. Tell us a little bit about your education and background.
I have a studio art degree from Houghton College, and then after my 4-year degree, I came to Cornell to study with Buechner as his studio assistant. So it was a very traditional path training of like a actual apprentice type studio assistant. And then I've studied in Florence, Italy.
Great. And can you tell us who or what inspired you to pursue a career in art?
I think that probably my parents were my biggest inspiration. They always encouraged me. They saw that it was something that I loved to do when I was very little, and they didn't discourage me. They always encouraged me and put me in art classes and pointed me towards a lot of opportunities. So I'd have to say that they're probably the biggest force and inspiration behind my art career.
Great. And then more specifically for the MOSAIC exhibit, can you tell us a little bit about the theme or inspiration behind that?
The inspiration behind that, I have always been attracted to the natural world, and flowers are my favorite subjects to paint. So it was easy decision for me this year to paint the flowers. I thought about what do I want to do 16 times, and flowers are my favorite subject. So that's the inspiration. I have one here to show you. This is a sunflower that came from Wegmans. I like to paint from life a lot too. So I usually paint something from my garden or something that I pick up at a local place.
Perfect. And then my last question that I've been asking the artist is, why do you believe art is important?
Right now, this year especially, that question, I think art is important because it's helping us cope with everything. It probably depends on each person and their values, but right now I think that even though art is not a material need, I think right now it's helping people just get through a really hard time and remind us of what connects us and makes us human.
Perfect. And then I don't know if that's my line of questions, but I don't know if you had anything you might want to add that wasn't covered in those.
I set up, well, if people can see, I set up behind me another of the mosaic. This one is a hellebore with sterling silver leaf background. And then on the shelf behind me here, there's more. So there's but people will have to kind of go see them in person to get a better look. So, yeah.
And before I let you go, in addition to exhibiting at 171, you also teach a couple different courses, and you have a couple online courses that you'll be hopefully opening up in our Fall 2 session. Can you speak a little bit about those?
Yep, my online classes coming up starting in November will be watercolor, Tuesday mornings 9 to 12. And that class is a survey of watercolor techniques. I will lead students through some basic techniques, and then we will work from still life photographs and some landscape photographs. So it'll be a little bit of everything. And then Thursday afternoons, 1 to 4 online, will be flower painting. And those are, as I said, my favorite subject. So those are always fun to work on and teach, and I'll be showing students some of my techniques for painting flowers. We'll be working from photographs, but there's a process that I follow that I'll be showing students in that class.
Perfect. Well, that is all I have for today.
Okay, good.